Whereas on September 11, 2001, nearly 3,000 innocent lives of men, women, and children who had been going about their normal routines were taken from us, depriving our families and loved ones a lifetime of depriving our families and loved ones of a lifetime of precious moments. And whereas in the years that followed, our capacity to love and to hope has guided us forward as we work to rebuild our nation more sound and resilient than ever before, and stood strong as one people determined to further embolden our country's character with acts of endurance and strength, renewal and progress. And whereas the pain inflicted on our nation on September 11th was felt by people of every race, background, and faith, though many young Americans have grown up without knowing firsthand the horrors of that day, their lives have been shaped by it. And whereas the compassion that rose in the hearts and minds of the American people on September 11th still serves as the ultimate rebuke to the evil of those who attacked us. And whereas first responders who risked and gave their lives to rescue others demonstrated the unwavering heroism that defines our great nation. And whereas, as we reflect on the lives we lost and pay tribute to the families who still live with extraordinary pain, let us resolve to continue to embody the American spirit that no act of terror can ever extinguish. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Lakewood City Council hereby proclaims September 11, 2018 as Patriot Day and Day of Remembrance in the city of Lakewood, and urges all citizens to observe a moment of silence in honor of the innocent victims who perished as a result of the terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001, and observe this day with remembrance in honor of those individuals. Proclaimed this 4th day of September 2018, Don Anderson, Mayor. Chief.
Thank you, Mayor Anderson and Deputy Mayor Whalen, members of the council. I appreciate you taking the time out of this meeting to recognize the events of September 11th, and I think it's fitting that we're here today while the Youth Council is in attendance. My son was born a year after the events of September 11th, and I took him to school today, and it was his first day of high school. And he represents the tens of thousands of students across this country who are in high school now, and they were born after the events of September 11th. They'll never understand what it felt like that day or what the following days were like the way you and I understand that day. So I applaud you for taking the time out of this meeting to recognize the events of September 11th, because I think it's so important for these fine young men and women, these great future leaders that we have before us today. It's so important for them to hear about the events of September 11th, to learn about the events of September 11th, and most important, remember what happened that day, and remember the nearly 3,000 police officers, firefighters, military personnel, and innocent civilians that were murdered on that day. So thank you very much.